Yeah, I thought I was all right, but I'm not. The stent, the stent that was in my bile duct is moved, and they have to do surgery again. And then the lady came in, the internal specialist came in yesterday and said, "You're infected. The the bile duct is infected again, which pushed it out, pushed the stent out, and we have to give you antibiotics to stop the infection." Thank you, everybody. To stop the infection and be able to do surgery. We can't do surgery until the infection is taken care of. It's under control. So I knocked out around, I don't know, 9 o'clock, and woke up at 3. Can't get back to sleep. So I'll be nodding off. Yeah, what the hell exactly? You know, when I was at the fucking headache, man. When I was at the coffee shop, I felt okay, you know. And then, like later on that night, yesterday, 2 nights ago, um, I just felt that little twinge right. It's actually right here. I'm not trying to show off my hairy chest. It was right here, and that's the pain that I felt before. And then I noticed I was burping, and my pee was a little darker, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna need to go in." I knew it from the feeling that I had before. So, you know, I was with my kids. I didn't want to take a motorbike, so we walked down the street, jump in a taxi, and I'm just, again, I'm in pain. And we're stuck in traffic. We're only 5 minutes away. And we're stuck in traffic. And the taxi driver, for all the shit that people talk about taxi drivers, including myself, this guy goes, "Hey, you know what? You're going to be sitting here for a while in traffic." He goes, "Let me just pull over. Fuck. And I'll get the police." Because it was right in front of the Mall Bankapi. And so he got a cop, and then in like 2 minutes, there was an ambulance. So me and my kids jumped in the ambulance. We're trying to figure out how to say bile duct in Thai because I forgot. They took me to, I got there really quick, and then they knew right away what was going on. Yeah, he was great. Well, thanks, Sicklehorn. Yeah, that's kind of why I just figured, you know what, I'm going to go on here now, and I just, it doesn't take too much out of me to do a stream for an hour or something, but I need to rest. I need to get over this. It's really, it's a bummer. Because I don't want to fucking be here. I really don't want to be here. But, and this is the thing. This is the thing. It's not like a cold or something like that, or, oh, I hurt my finger. It's a little bit sore. I need to go to the doctor. Where I have a choice. I don't really have a choice. If I don't go in, it just gets worse. So I had to go in, and this time my insurance doesn't cover it. So they made us put a deposit down, which was not something I wanted to deal with. It's, I just want to get through it. get through it and just be okay. Because hang on a second, I gotta drink some water. Because my life is on hold right now. Can't drink any water. No food. I like some apple juice, but no food probably for another 4 or 5 days. Which probably ain't a bad thing. I'll lose even more weight. Same hospital. All the doctors know me. All the nurses know me. I mean, they even know Billy enough because Billy's here all the time. Bless his little heart. That I was getting ready to text him and tell him, hey, I'm in this room number because he was at the hospital. I get in the room and he's already here. They knew. They go, oh, he's in this room. Yeah. Yeah. I'm on a first name basis with the doctors and the nurses. Yeah, they said make sure you get your ass in there because it's serious, but it could get a lot more serious very quickly if I don't go in. Which is why when I felt the pain, no, I can't drink water, I have to spit it out. When I felt the pain, I was like, fuck. Believe me, I was pissed off I had to come in here. I was just pissed. I don't want to be here. But I don't have a choice. You know, and my kids were not home, and they were like, "Well, just wait. We'll be home in 5 minutes. Wait." And no, they got an IV on me. Actually, the IV's almost done. They have an IV on me. They got me all. Fortunately, the nurse was in the emergency room was the same nurse I had before, and she don't miss the vein. Some of the other ones, you know, they miss the vein. I'm not real veiny. So she caught me right away, man. I was like, oh, thank you. I don't have to be stuck like a pincushion. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I don't think I'll be streaming for a while. Said that before, and after a week I streamed. And now I don't know because they can't do the operation until the infection subsides. So I could be sitting here for another 3, 4 fucking days, twiddling my thumbs. No sleep meds. They gave me antibiotics and they gave me some morphine. Well, thank you. I'm pulling for me too. But you know, I'd be lying if I said, you know, I mean, like I'm trying to stay positive, but like it's just a fucking drag, you know. Okay, we're gonna pull you in here. Okay, we're gonna pull you in there. Oh, you gotta take this. You gotta take that. You know, I try to be independent. But when you got the doctors telling you you got to do this and you got to do that and this is what's going to happen, you're basically, you have to just turn it over to them. because you have no control. I got no control right now. Yeah, it's right down the street, Lori. It's like, depends on traffic, but I mean, you could walk it in about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. You could walk to the hospital. And, you know, like I said, um, what was I saying? Oh, the doctors and the nurses are very, very good here. I was surprised because I'm not on the 10th floor now, I'm on the 8th floor. And I thought, oh shit, so it'll be a different place. And the room is actually a little bit nicer. It just so happened that the price of the room went up last night, yesterday. Well, it's yesterday, September 15th. September 15th, the prices went up. So now the price of the room is another 500 baht. It's extra 500 baht. But they put me in, the room is a little bit nicer. And it just turned out that they're remodeling that floor. So all the nurses from the 10th floor are here. And so I know all of them, remember all of them. They remember me. So it's a good thing. Be happy you don't have this. Really. Be happy you don't have a bile duct issue. Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen of the government hospitals, uh, you know, there are some good ones and there are some that are brutal. My wife's mother was in a government hospital, and I didn't like what I saw. But it may come to that, I don't know. Depends on what happens and how I recover, you know. I may have to wait. They just sent me an email, the insurance company. Fuck. And they said after 30 days, they would consider it a new thingamajig, you know. I can't see. Yeah, I'm getting IV antibiotics, yes. You're at the tail end of shingles. So I wouldn't want that on anybody. Wish that on anybody either. Fuck. So anyway, that's what's up. You know, it's kind of hard for me to want to change over to another hospital right now when all the doctors have my information. All of them know me. I feel comfortable with them and all that, you know. But I mean, if I have to, I will. It just depends on the cost. It's more important, but the problem is it's expensive. You know, it's already what, 4 grand, which is not that much, and that's not really including this. That's just including the deposit. So, um, you know, I'm trying not to think about that, but when their little financial ladies are coming in all the time with their little fucking notepad, when I feel like shit, you know, it's a little frustrating. Yeah, I've been nicked. Yeah, I could ask the doctor that. I mean, I know they work at different hospitals, but again, at this point, it's probably not worth it. Um, this doesn't have anything to do with the gallstones. The gallbladder and the stone, it's the bile duct is infected, and it's basically, just think of a tube, or no, I'm not gonna say it. Think of a tube, and the tube just slowly closes, and it gets infected, and it's like this, and nothing can go through. So then you start getting jaundice and pain. Right now, they got me on like 3 different meds right now. Unfortunately, the morphine is helping with the pain this time. Last time it didn't help. You and me both. I was really angry that I had to come back in here. Did not want to come in here. You know, my wife's away on business. She's tripping out. And, well, the bile duct is connected to the common bile duct is connected to the liver. I don't know what the answer is now at this point, but like I said, the bile duct is infected. So apparently what happened, this is what I'm thinking, is that they gave me the antibiotics before. The bile duct got better once they did the surgery. And then a few weeks later, it started getting the infection came back. And so it closed up again, or it's closing. I don't think it's completely closed because I don't feel quite as bad as the last time. But I don't feel real good. You know, which is, like I said, you know, I told my wife, and I told my wife, and my wife is like, "Oh, we'll have to go back to the doctor when I come back. I'll go with you." And I said, "No, you don't understand. I need to go in like right now." And then I told Billy, and he's like, "You better go in right now." So that's what I did. So anyway, but you know, this is the third time now, so hopefully this will be the last time. Fucking A. Well, thank you. Thank you to everybody who has helped me in uh, uncountable ways. You know, there are people who wrote me with their stories, and you know, just people telling me they hope I get better. I appreciate that, you know. I hope I just don't wither away. I don't want to like lose so much weight that, you know, I'm like fucking little skinny old man, you know. Some guy, who was it the other day? Yeah, well, I don't need any rants. Well, this I don't have stones in my liver. All the stones that I had um, were not an issue. It's not the stones. That's what I keep saying. The stones are with the gallbladder. There are no stones now. It's not that there's an obstruction because of stones. There's an obstruction because the thanks, Sickahorn. Because it's just the tube, and it happens in your dick. When people get old, it happens in your dick. I'm sure it probably happens in vaginas. Uh, it can happen in your nose, all kinds of places. You get older and things shrink up. But if you get an infection in your bile duct and it's not taken care of, it shuts the bile duct. It just swells completely closed. And you can't do, it's not like you can just go, well, I'll just eat something and it'll go through. It doesn't work that way. You know. I'm back in the hospital. I'm back in the hospital. 5 words. I don't know. And this is why they want to try to control the infection, because what the lady said was, the doctor, she said, you don't want to get sepsis. And there's a risk of that if we go in again while you're infected. So, you know. And Billy's like, well, maybe they should just cut you open. I'm like, shut up. I don't want them cutting me open if I can help it. I don't want them cutting all the way down. Hey, redirect. Last night I had the little pain, like in my solar plexus, and I just thought, you know, maybe I just need to take a dump or something. Maybe something's upset my stomach. Then this morning it hurt worse. I had a bowl of noodles, some soup, and then it started getting, yeah, I know. It started getting worse, and then it got to the point where I was in a lot of pain. Oh, shit. And so they did all the tests. They said that the bilirubin yeah, well, that's another concern. Prostate's always a concern for an older man. They told me that the bilirubin count is up, that means that there's an obstruction. That means that the tube is closed. Well, I mean, my piss is dark brown right now, so it means that jaundice is setting in. I'm trying to look forward, you know, but I mean, when you're stuck in the middle of it, and you know, I thought I'm getting better. I thought, okay, I'll be okay. Oh, don't worry, you know, hey, just keep, you know, the doctor said you just eat whatever you want. Don't worry about it because it's not going to help you to worry about it. And, you know, just eat healthy. And for the most part, I have been. But I still have that apple juice and ice cream craving. I have it right now. Not for ice cream, but for apple juice. And those are the only 2 things I want to eat. I mean, I've eaten food that I made, that You Hunt We Cook made, and it just doesn't taste good. I just don't want to eat, you know. So, you know, I usually have a pretty healthy appetite, but now, yeah. But you know what? I wasn't full at all. I didn't feel anything. You know. Well, thank you. Oh, is it unusual? Well, the Marizzi syndrome which is basically the stones compressing your bile duct. That's pretty rare. And then the bile duct issue, I don't think it's considered rare, but I think the percentage is low of people who have issues with it. So whatever reason I have issues with it, I don't know. I wish they would find that out, because I can't keep coming back here every month. I mean, I've been in the hospital 4 times in the last like 5 weeks. It's fucking got a fever. 102 fever. If I was putting money on the fight, I'm not sure the odds, but I'd probably put money on Triple G. It's a tough fight. Canelo is, he's a Mexican fighter. I don't know what a Loliesto suck, like barley sugar is. But the doctor said that was pretty common after surgery, that you want stuff like apple juice and ice cream. But it's not very healthy. So much sugar and apple juice, but well, the morphine and fentanyl didn't help the last time. The morphine, and they're giving me some kind of morphine synthetic. It's like something else, and it really works well. I was surprised. They're giving me both of them. So I'm a little bit looped right now, but I can't sleep. So hopefully they'll give me some more, and it'll knock me out. That's what I like. I like to get some really sound sleep. Oh, I'm already hot-blooded. I'm not pregnant, though. Oh, shit. These fucking wires in me and shit. Yeah. If I was pregnant, that'd be a real big problem. I saw my buddy, Frank, wither away, and that was pretty, I mean, I know it was hard for him, but Jesus, it was torture for me to see him. One day I'm talking to him, he's really doing well, and then a couple of days later, he was like, he just was gone. And I don't think that's going to happen to me, but it's fucking wears me down, man. All this nurses. I knew the nurses wouldn't come in now, and I couldn't sleep, so that's why I'm streaming. I think, well, I'll get one last stream in before I do surgery and everything. But I know that once 6 o'clock hits, the nurses will be coming in, checking everything, and then it'll be doctors coming in, and then another doctor, and a specialist, and financial people. It's just, I can't keep up with these. What does it say? My wife must be so straight. Yeah. She is, she's stressed out, man. The last time she flew back, she was working. She flew back, and now she's there. She has to make up the time that she wasn't there before. They did that a month ago. They removed my gallbladder. And so she really can't fly back, and I really don't want her to. But yeah, it's not easy on her. And, you know, I was like, hey, I don't have the cash to pay, you know, $1,000 right now, being that I just paid the last 2 times. So she transferred the money so that I could get in here, you know. So, I mean, she's in it 100%, man, you know, 110%. I'm in Waitani Hospital, which is a very good hospital. Fortunately. What the fuck? Let me see something here. So, and I think the guy who did the surgery the last time, who is supposedly very well known for his, I guess, endoscopic surgery abilities. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot there, soy dog. Yeah, you know, I didn't say anything when you were on about this, I don't think, but, you know, I was going to take a motorbike to the hospital and tell my kids, get a taxi, don't go on a motorbike, get a taxi, meet me at the hospital. And I just thought, you know what, I'll just go with them. That way it's, I don't know. I just thought it would be better. So I took the taxi. We walked down to the, no, we took a song towel to the end of the street, so I didn't have to walk. Then we get in a taxi, and we're right in front of the mall, and like I'm just, you know, moaning and groaning, and you know, my kids are got their arm around my shoulder, and they're, you know, telling me to breathe and relax. And the guy just goes, listen, let me pull over, I'll get a cop. And so I'm sitting there for about 2-3 minutes, and then all of a sudden this ambulance comes. Get in. To me, that was embarrassing. Fucking get out in the middle of the street, right in front of the mall where I go all the time. And, you know, thank you very much, Redirect. Thank you. You know, I don't want to dwell on the financial aspect of this, because that's not the most important thing. What's most important is that I get better one way or the other. But, you know, I mean, like now it's getting to the point where, I mean, you know, going to Myanmar, yeah, I'm glad I did it, but, you know, I wanted to go for a couple of weeks. Now I'm glad I didn't go for a couple of weeks. But, you know, this is a setback. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. This is a setback, and I don't even know what to say. I feel like, you know, I'm like, I told Dennis, it's like I take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And it's better if it's the other way around. You know, I like to see I'm making progress. I don't feel like I'm making any fucking progress here. What time is it? It's got to be, I don't know what time it is. I want another shot of morphine, man. Fuck. Yeah, well, I didn't want to. Didn't want to come in, but, you know, 4:39 a.m. Yeah, they're not gonna give me another shot yet. They're not gonna give me another shot. They won't give me another shot until at least 6. Fucking head is killing me. So anyway, well, if anything, me being in the hospital is good for the viewership. I mean, I haven't had 80-something viewers in quite some time, and I had that today. So, you know, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I need to turn my house into a hospital and make it look like that. Yeah, well, I slept 6 hours. I'm back on. I guess I'm live again. Yeah, I'm back in the hospital now. This is the 4th time since August 9th. You know. He is in the wars. Yeah. You know, generally, I mean, I may, you know, get a cold or something like that once in a while, but generally, aside from my body hurting, you know, my internal health has been pretty good, but not lately. Lately, it's been pretty bad. No, it's like 4:45 or something. 4:40 or something. I don't really know. Oh, there's a clock over there. I can't see it. But I went to 4:41. No, it's not the stones. It's an infection. Yes, it's 4:42. First, it was the gallbladder. And the gallbladder was, no, that me walking around had nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. It would have happened whether I walked or not. I forget what I was going to say. I don't know what the antibiotics are. I don't remember. One of them is done, and the other thing is almost done. Hang on a second. The stent is dislodged, which they think is because the infection, basically the stent wasn't strong enough to hold the infection off. So when the stricture started closing up again, when the swelling started closing up again, it just popped the stent out, and that's part of the problem. Well, that is the problem. No stent, got an infection, you know. I'm in the hospital. I've been in the hospital like 4 times. First, I thought it was food poisoning. This was infected and gangrene, and they removed it. They did surgery, laparoscopic surgery, and they removed it. Then, I don't know, 2 weeks later, I came back because I had the same kind of pains, and my bile duct was swollen shut. So they put a stent in. It is endoscopic surgery. They put a stent in, and I felt better. And now, apparently, the infection is getting worse. And so it popped the stent out or moved the stent. And, you know, when that happens, then the bile duct shuts. And I mean, it's got to be tiny, the bile duct. But it's shut, and so the bile can't get out. The stones can't get out. It's not a good thing. Maybe, I don't know, you know. Yeah. Shit happens in life, you know. What are you gonna do? I just said the other day, you got no choice, you know. You either just go, fuck it, I'm gonna die, or you go, hey, I gotta get back up and keep going. So I'm not ready to die yet, and this is the likelihood of me, you know, croaking because of this is pretty small. So, but you know, I get in my moods where I'm fucking pissed off. You know, I get bummed out. I get pissed off because I feel like my body is letting me down, you know. The one good thing is that my blood pressure is very, very normal right now. I mean, my blood pressure was like, it's almost perfect now. So, my having high blood pressure before had to do with my gallbladder. Ever since then, my blood pressure hasn't been any higher than, say, 130 or 140 over 90. So, that's a good thing. Just that little bit of water is nice. Where am I at here? You know, I get this protective film for my phone, but now I touch it and it isn't working. I can't see the messages. Fuck, oh well. I don't know why. Can't see any of the chat. God damn it. Can somebody say something? Say hello. Just so I can see the chat scroll. What the fuck's going on here? Can somebody type something in? I don't know why it's not working. Let's see. Fuck. I don't see any of the chat. The chat is gone. Well, I don't know what's up. I can't see any of the chat now. Oh well. Give it 2 minutes, and if it doesn't come around, I'll go back to sleep. Or try. Why is this not working? can't see anything. Oh well. Fucking hot in here. Well, I can't read what anybody's writing. Hang on 1 second. Maybe I can do something. Hang on.